Hi again. Today I will be doing a review of the MBW folding stock for the Ruger 1022. A little while ago I had a desire to make my 1022 into an old school style tactical rifle. I don't like any of the current stuff that turns it into something that basically looks like an AR-15. There's no real need for that. I use a 22 adapter kit in my AR-15. So ideally, when I first started out, I wanted to get one of the old Ramline wood and metal folding stocks for the 1022. But since they've been out of production for years, and if you try to find a used one nowadays, it runs between $500 and $600. So I started looking around for alternatives. I found an alternative in the MBW stock. They're made in Poland. They are very well made, and they have alternatives in this country that are run around $200. Those are all polymer though, and the folding stock part is made of aluminum, which I would prefer something a little bit more rugged, so I went with the MBW stocks. He sells on eBay. The shipping was very quick from Poland. That came in like 3 days, so to the East Coast. So if you're worried about anything shipping wise, you needn't worry. I got this right around my birthday in hopes that I would get it before Christmas, and it literally came in 3 days. So shipping is outstanding. What I received is, you can see here, this is how my particular setup looks in the MBW stock. It's made out of European walnut. It's very nicely made. It's CNC inletted, so it's very precision, done with a lot of precision. This to me reminds me of a lot of probably 4 different guns, an amalgam of 4 different guns. The folding stock is an actual AK-47 part. I'm guessing he has some source from the Radom plant in Poland. The pistol grip part of it is pretty much directly modeled on an AK-47. The overall appearance of it tends to be like basically a cross between an MP40 and an M1 carbine. The Russians basically lifted this style folding stock directly from the MP40, so there's no assumption as to where that came from, and the profile of it has a very MP40 look to it. The forearm part here is actually reminiscent to me of a horizontal forearm grip of a Thompson, the government model Thompson. It has a finger groove in there like that. And overall, it's very nicely constructed. The fit and finish of all of the parts together is very good. When you unfold the stock, you do so by pushing the button on this side. It folds down under, clicks into position, and then that comes down like that. And as you just saw from that demonstration, it clears a Ruger BX 25 magazine. You don't have to get that close. It clears a Ruger BX 25 magazine, and when you go to fold it, you push it on the button again, and it easily clears. And when it's fully folded, it clicks into a lock position. It doesn't move around a lot. Normally on an AK-47, these stocks tend to come loose after a while. But then that's given with the recoil of an AK-47. In a 22, there's virtually no recoil whatsoever. So, in a sense, you really shouldn't have to worry about this coming loose or getting flimsy. And the ones they sell in this country are a polymer stock with an aluminum underfolder like this. So, I mean, if the aluminum is going to hold up, then obviously the steel one is going to hold up. As I said, the fit and finish is very good. With the stock extended, I'll do it again. There it goes. It shoulders nicely, as you can see here. I'll take the magazine out for the rest of that. I've done other upgrades to that. I'll do a separate video for the way this particular rifle's set up. But for now, I'm going to say that overall, this stock, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Fit and finish is excellent. The wood quality is very good. The fitment is very good. Is a little tight around here. I did take a bit of sandpaper and I opened up the opening where the magazine goes in, but I don't want to take that any farther. It's a little tight actually getting a stock 10 round magazine in and out of here. So I opened it up a little bit here, put a little bit of a flare around the magazine there. I didn't want to go into the inside though, because I still like how tight the BX25 fits in there, and that's going to eliminate a lot of times with these magazines. If they don't fit in there tight enough, you can get some malfunctions. So I left that alone. I just opened it up a little bit here, and I opened it up a little bit right where the magazine, where the safety is, because when you put this in and take it out, you put it in this middle position, and getting it through there. So to make it a little easier, I flared it out a little bit where the safety is. The other reason that I wouldn't give it higher than a 7.5, and it's very minor, but when this stock comes from when you get it from MBW, this hole here, the mounting hole for this hole here, for this screw, it doesn't have that brass insert in there, okay? Basically what you do is, the hole is smaller than the screw, so when you first put this in for the first time, you thread that screw in and it threads the wood basically, okay? The nature of the 1022 is when you're going to service it or change a part on it or clean it, it's going to come out of the stock, so it's going to be in and out of the stock quite a bit. And just having the screw thread its own threads into the wood itself without having the insert in there, over a while that's going to get loose, okay? So in order to rectify that, what I did was I took the screw out. This is the stock that the Ruger 1022 comes in, and you can see that the inlet is bigger there than the hole that's going to be in your stock when you get it from them. And what my suggestion to them is, if they would just go ahead and copy the inletting for this stock hole, and then when you get it, you put the screw in into the inlet from the inside and put a punch on it and gently tap it out, and it comes right out. It's only pressed in there, okay? So my suggestion to the manufacturer of this stock would be to go ahead and inlet that. And in the meantime, if you get one of these stocks, what you want to do is press out your old brass inlet out of your old stock, and then take I think this is 11/64 drill bit, and all you have to do is go ahead and match the bit to the hole that goes through there, and you're going to drill out the hole that he has in there already with this drill bit. Go ahead and drill that out so that it's freely through there, and then you want to take this is a 7/16 drill bit, and you want to have this type of drill bit. See how that has, this type of drill bit will leave a flat surface on the bottom of the hole, and you want to inlet that in 1/4 inch. And the easiest way to do that is stick the drill bit into the stock and make a little mark on there with a Sharpie, and then it should be 1/4 inch, okay? Then you want to put it in the drill press, drill this hole through to drill out the hole that's already in this stock, and then go down into that same hole 1/4 inch with a 7/16 bit that's shaped like that, so that the bottom of the hole is flat. And then once you punch that out, you can go around there and you sand that so you can just barely press it in with your fingers, and then put the screw in there, put a punch in the screw from this side, and tap it into this stock. And when you do that, it's going to put that brass insert in there. So not it does two things actually. It lines up the screw, because the first time I put this in there and just threaded that screw in, um, it didn't. It kind of wanted to chew up the threads on the bottom of the receiver, and I didn't want to have that happen. So that's what motivated me to pull this brass insert out of there. And like I said before, for the maker of these stocks, the best thing for you to do would be to just copy that and do this inletting, so that the person that gets the stock won't have to do that, and then they can just pop out that brass insert out of their normal stock and then just press it into there, and that will solve a lot of problems. And once that's tapped in there, you're going to be able to actually torque that screw to the proper specs, and it's not going to wear out over time putting the receiver in and out of the stock. But other than that, that's my one quibble that I have with this stock overall, and that's why it gets a 7.5 out of 10. And in general, it's a fantastic stock. If you're looking to put a folding stock on your Ruger 1022 and you want to go like an old school look like this, instead of having a tactical setup and making it look like an AR-15 like so many of them do nowadays, I would highly suggest it. He sells these on eBay, and although once I had already ordered it on eBay, I went back to the website, and it says on there if you contact him directly on his website, and the website is www.mbwstocks.com. If you go on there and contact him directly, you might be able to get it for a cheaper price. I don't know, but that's what it said on the website. But I had already ordered it through eBay, and given it I had never ordered it and it was coming from another country, I felt it was a bit safer to get it through eBay the first time. But like I said, literally the shipping is super quick. It came normal UPS. It was here in 3 days from Poland to the East Coast of the United States. The overall quality is outstanding, and if you're looking to put a folding stock on a Ruger 1022, you really can't do any better for the price. So that's it for now, and in the next video I'm going to do an overall review of this entire set of the 1022. Thanks, and goodbye.